You wake up, your mouth is dry, and your morning urine is noticeably dark. For some, this daily physiological state eventually leads to another painful kidney stone. For others, it becomes a urinary tract infection that stubbornly keeps returning, or blood pressure that quietly climbs higher without a single physical warning sign. Most people start their morning with a drink they believe flushes their system and fixes the problem. In reality, they are often making a mistake that concentrates toxins and stresses the exact organs they are trying to clean. After 6 to 8 hours of sleep, your body is in a state of mild dehydration. During the night, your kidneys did not rest. They spent the entire night filtering waste, balancing minerals, and removing metabolic byproducts, all without a single drop of new fluid coming in. And this is precisely where the hidden risk begins. When urine stays concentrated for too long, minerals like calcium and oxalates start to crystallize and stick together. You are essentially letting your kidneys run dry. Here is something your doctor probably never told you. Just because you are producing more urine does not mean you are filtering out more waste. Drinking a large amount of water or a random detox tea will quickly turn your urine clear. But that clear color is misleading. You are simply pushing liquid through the pipes without actually pulling more metabolic waste products from the blood. That is the trap. To truly flush the system, you do not need a massive volume of liquid. You need to change the biological environment. The specific morning drinks we are about to look at change exactly these internal processes. They actively bind to crystals before they settle, stop bacteria from clinging to the tissue walls, and relieve the pressure on your microscopic blood vessels. Today, we look at 5 morning drinks that trigger a highly efficient, biological flushing mechanism. We will get to the absolute foundation shortly. But drink number 4 is one that people frequently avoid for entirely wrong reasons, yet it contains a biological compound that actively protects your filtering units. Let us look at the first mechanism. Drink number 1 is warm lemon water. Many people treat this as a generic wellness habit, but inside your kidneys it performs a highly specific mechanical function. It starts with the temperature. When you wake up dehydrated, cold water sits in your stomach longer because your body has to heat it up to core temperature before it can be efficiently absorbed into the bloodstream. Warm water bypasses this delay. It is absorbed almost immediately, providing the fluid volume your kidneys need to resume filtration without hesitation. But the water is only the transport system. The active biological agent is the lemon. When you squeeze fresh lemon into water, you introduce a compound called citrate into your system. As we established, concentrated morning urine forces minerals like calcium and oxalate into close contact. When these two minerals lock together, they form a hard crystal. This is the physical beginning of a kidney stone. Citrate interrupts this exact biological process. When citrate enters the urine, it binds directly to the calcium. It essentially covers the connection point, blocking the oxalate from attaching. Because the crystal cannot form, the minerals remain free and are simply flushed out through your urinary tract. You are not magically melting away toxins. You are chemically preventing minerals from hardening. There is one critical mistake people make here. They use bottled lemon juice. Bottled juices are pasteurized and often contain preservatives, which significantly lowers the amount of active citrate available for your kidneys. To get the actual mechanical benefit, it must be the juice of a fresh lemon. Warm lemon water actively prevents minerals from solidifying, but preventing stones is only half the battle. If bacteria are already moving up through your urinary tract, citrate alone will not stop them from infecting the tissue. To block that, you need a very different plant compound. Let us look at drink number 2. Drink number 2 is unsweetened cranberry juice. When people think of cranberry juice, they usually view it as a mild home remedy for discomfort. But on a cellular level, it can form an essential barrier against ascending bacteria. One of the biggest risks to kidney tissue is bacteria. When a urinary tract infection goes untreated, bacteria can multiply and travel upward, eventually reaching the kidneys themselves. Once there, they trigger inflammation that, in severe or recurring cases, can permanently scar the tiny filtering units. The most common bacterial culprit is E. coli. To survive and multiply, E. coli must physically attach itself to the tissue walls of your urinary tract. This is the exact moment cranberry juice interrupts the process. Cranberries contain a specific group of compounds called proanthocyanidins. These compounds do not kill the bacteria directly. Instead, they interfere with the bacteria's ability to hold on. You can think of it as creating a biological non-stick effect inside the urinary tract. When the bacteria try to latch onto the tissue, they cannot secure a grip. Because they cannot attach, they simply slide off and are flushed out of the body the next time you urinate. But there is a major trap sitting right on the grocery store shelf. Most commercial cranberry juice is packed with sugar. High blood sugar damages the exact microscopic blood vessels inside your kidneys that you are trying to protect. Introducing a large amount of fructose can significantly weaken the actual physiological benefits. To get the specific barrier effect, it must be pure, unsweetened cranberry juice. Now we have stopped crystals from forming and bacteria from sticking. But what happens if the filtering units are already operating under high pressure? For that, we need to look at a drink that relaxes the blood vessels directly. Let us look at the third mechanism. Drink number 3 is green tea. It looks like a simple, mild beverage, but inside the cup is one of the most well-researched compounds for kidney tissue. A catechin called EGCG. Catechins are simply a type of natural antioxidant that actively protects cells from damage. To understand why EGCG matters, you have to look at how physical pressure affects your organs. High blood pressure is a silent mechanical force. Over years, this constant pressure physically damages the microvessels inside your kidneys. It forces the tiny filtering units to work under heavy strain, eventually causing them to stiffen and lose their filtering capacity. EGCG steps into this process by helping to relax the inner lining of the blood vessels. When these vessels relax, the pressure inside them drops. Think of it like loosening a tight grip on a garden hose. With that strict pressure gone, blood flows more easily. Your kidneys can filter waste without being constantly overworked. EGCG also calms down inflammation in the cells. When the kidney tissue is not swollen or irritated, those microscopic filters just do their job with far less resistance. But there is a very common preparation mistake with green tea that neutralizes this entire biological process before you even take a sip. Most people pour intensely boiling water directly over the tea leaves. Boiling water immediately degrades the fragile EGCG molecules. It turns the tea bitter and destroys the exact biological compound your organs need. To keep the mechanism intact, you need to use water that is just under boiling, around 175 to 185 degrees Fahrenheit, or roughly 80 degrees Celsius, and steep it for only 2 to 3 minutes. Adding a slice of fresh lemon is not just about flavor. The vitamin C actually helps your body absorb the catechins much more effectively. Green tea protects the vessels from mechanical pressure. But what if the cumulative damage is being driven by chronic blood sugar spikes stiffening the tissue? For that, we need a route that alters how your cells respond to insulin. Let us look at drink number 4. Drink number 4 is ginger tea. Many people use ginger exclusively to settle an upset stomach, completely missing the profound biological effect it has on kidney function. The active components here are potent inflammatory inhibitors called gingerols. But ginger's most critical role involves your blood sugar. High blood sugar is a physically destructive force inside your body. When glucose levels stay elevated, sugar molecules begin to bind to proteins in your blood vessels, causing the vessel walls to stiffen. As the microvessels inside your kidneys lose their elasticity, blood flow becomes restricted, and the tiny filtering cells are essentially starved of oxygen. Ginger intervenes in this exact process by changing how your cells respond to insulin. It makes the cells more sensitive, meaning they absorb glucose from the blood more efficiently after you eat. By keeping blood sugar levels stable, it helps keep the blood vessels in your kidneys from getting stiff and brittle over time. Simultaneously, the gingerols in the ginger directly improve local circulation. With wider, more elastic vessels, a steady supply of oxygen and nutrients can reach the microscopic filtering units, keeping the tissue resilient and preventing the silent decline we talked about earlier. To extract the maximum biological benefit, you must use fresh ginger root, not dried powder. The commercial drying process evaporates a significant portion of the active oils. Grate about 1 teaspoon of the fresh root and simmer it in hot water for 10 minutes. Ginger protects your kidneys from the structural damage caused by high blood sugar. But whether you choose ginger, green tea, cranberry, or lemon, none of these biological mechanisms can operate without the absolute foundation, pure water. Let us look at the final drink. Drink number 5 is plain water. It is the absolute foundation. Your kidneys simply cannot filter anything without it. Every metabolic byproduct, every toxin, and every excess mineral must be dissolved in fluid before your tiny filtering units can physically process them. Think of it like trying to push dry sand through a narrow pipe. Without a liquid medium to carry it along, the material simply builds up and creates a blockage. If you do not drink enough water, these waste products concentrate in your bloodstream. Your kidneys then have to work dramatically harder to separate and push those substances out of your body. Here's the trap. In our busy daily lives, we often ignore our thirst. Over time, our body's physical thirst signals actually become less reliable. This means millions of people operate in a state of chronic, low-grade dehydration without ever actively feeling thirsty. This constant lack of fluid creates the perfect conditions for minerals to crystallize and bacteria to multiply. How you drink water also matters. As we discussed earlier, flooding your system with a massive amount of water all at once just forces fluid through your body without necessarily pulling more waste. The biological goal is steady, consistent hydration. Start your morning with a glass of plain, room temperature water immediately after waking. Drink it before coffee, before breakfast, and before the stress of the day begins. This single action provides the necessary baseline volume your kidneys need to finally dissolve and flush the waste they collected all night long. Plain water makes all the other mechanisms possible.